The new season of Fortnite is an absolute joke because it has gone from a third-person shooter game to utter Carmageddon. Vehicle upgrades, turrets and ramming spikes are but a few of the ways to meet your doom, but when I heard rumours that there was a secret weapon to help me overcome my enemies tucked away in a hidden vault, there was still a way for me to have the last laugh. Cowabunga, dude! We Ninja Turtles set out on a mission to claim this mythical car immediately, but apparently quite a few other people had the same idea, judging from all those visual parachute markers, and worse than that, I hadn't played in ages, so by the time I picked up a gun and was spamming one to whip it out, nothing happened, so I pressed everything. That first encounter had me rattled, and I searched for something more powerful to help us fend off the other treasure hunters. Nitro fists, eh? Sounded turtly awesome, am I right? Oh dear. Okay, anyway, I punched an NPC in the back of the head and it barely tickled him, so take that! But we were about to have bigger problems, for while I searched for the super secret car, Big Bro got his ticket punched. I couldn't do this alone, mainly because I was completely lost and a total noob, but also, you don't mess with family. Maybe I was wrong about those nitro fists. Now to revive Big Brother. Ragtag, to the rescue! I wasn't stopping for anything, except a bottle of Nuka-Cola, which is best consumed by throwing it all over your face. Where was I? Ah yeah, shutting that door. No wait. Ragtag, to the rescue! We scarpered back to the sounds of battle and reminded Peter Griffin that his Fortnite crossover has been cancelled. Then dealt with the boss who had the key to the vault that would unlock the mythical car. All we had to do was grab the... At least Big Bro fell too, and we vowed to never speak of this special moment ever again. Got the key, some weapon upgrades, and the car would finally belong to us. But the all-enveloping storm was about to devour us whole, and we had to get out of here quickly. Cue the slowest opening cage I've ever seen in my life. But finally, we were off the ground, straight onto a rock, and completely stranded. Was this what we fought for? Was this what Raph died for? Oh, he grenade launched us to freedom? Good job. Now we were ready to take on all comers with our souped-up machine and me in the driver's seat. Everything could go wrong, and as we sped through the desert needing a bridge, we met our first customers. Good job, team leader. Naturally, I had no clue what just happened, so did a 180 to learn exactly who our enemies were. And to my surprise, they were all on foot. How unfortunate for them. Our mythic machine had taken an absolute beating, so we pulled in at a magical pit stop and I was ready to ram that baddie, shooting our tailpipe. Little did I realise that my fearless leader's grenade launcher would go off in the tunnel, lifting us too high to achieve roadkill. Oh, you thieving scunter! I mean, nice shot. However, once I spotted the turbo rings of fire, my priority shifted and I had a need for speed. I know, there were people chasing us and all I wanted to do was fly, but the best time to learn is when you are under extreme pressure, and this time, I was about to take us into the stratosphere! Sometimes, just sometimes, I wish I had some skill, but another car was ready to ram us into oblivion. This was my last chance. Our car was banged up bad. We were headed towards the deadly storm, but at least we lost our pursuers, and better than that, this mythic car was repairing itself, which meant we were absolutely unstoppable in this game, and anyone who was in our path would be swiftly cut down. We just needed to work on our landings a little bit. Anyway, wasn't long before we found ourselves in a duel to the death with an enemy car, and I wasn't here to play chicken, I was here to scramble those eggs. Thought they were clever turning their car into a ramp, did they? And while we might be turtles in a half shell, it wouldn't be ours that would crack today. Up the hill, a lone bod thought they had some sort of advantage. We decided to see just how much high ground we could give them. Now, if I'm honest, I did start to get a bit carried away here, because when you feel thousands of horsepower under your tippy toes, sometimes it seems like the best approach is that, if you see someone on top of a building, take care of the building. Homemaker had a teammate, and I knew exactly how to deal with them. But knowing how to deal with someone doesn't mean I'd actually be able to do it. Oh look, a ramp. Our next battle would take place at a gas station, or should I say, a shell station. Anyway, an armoured car was filling up. That's a reboot van, Ragtag, you idiot! But the SUV next to it was in for the fight of their lives. Just as we begun our battle, a third party joined the fray. I was starting to feel like I was driving a moon buggy, but spied our ejected enemy making a beeline for the gas station and pursued them.
Tower, this is Ragtag requesting flyby, over.
Raphael had chosen to embrace the chaos though and continued the pressure on the blue car, which was promptly destroyed. Now we could clean up on aisle 5. I know what you're thinking, it's not fair to mow down people once the main battle is done, and you know what I say to that? Tactical crouch all you like, because I simply do not care. Then we had a little, well, a whoopsie-daisy, potentially giving our knocked enemies time to recover, which made me all the more aggressive to put an end to them right here, right now. Oh no! Raphael rightly decided that there had been enough cowering at the gas station, so we closed it down for, well, forever. The one thing I should have paid a little more attention to while bulldozing the map to smithereens was the health of our mythic car, because powerful as it may have been, it was far from indestructible. Well, that was awful. Time to change cars. That fool in the trees thought he could escape me? He thought correctly. Even though we lost our most powerful weapon, we juiced up our new red Lasertron car up with a few goodies, and then I noticed I was lacking some shields, yeah. However, picking them up might have been a mistake. A big mistake. We hightailed it out of there, knowing fine well that this car wasn't exactly going to repair itself and a new strategy would have to be formed, and I did not know that cars worked underwater, so that's cool. Unfortunately, our Tron car just straight out of the showroom was now on its way to the scrapper, so we swapped cars again. But our latest vehicle had no fancy gadgets whatsoever, and we were relying on finding upgrades before our enemies found us first. Got the ramming spikes, so that was something, but still no turret for Big Bro to protect us. Well, only 8 people left in the lobby and the sounds of battle nearby. We went in with what we had, and knowing what I know now, this was one of the dumbest decisions I made in the entire game. First cavalry charge, 50% of our armor instantly gone. You could say I was startled, but our second charge changed everything. And not in a good way either. We were turtles out of water, flopping around, hoping for a miracle. And somehow, I found one. Another battle-ready car. Raphael came to join me. I looked for more upgrades, then Bro may have raised his voice at me, explaining that the car needed to stop, otherwise he'd bounce off the hood. But eventually, we got our act together. Okay, no we didn't. We were so dead. Of course, my older sibling endured the full destructive power of the death car, and I felt like I'd just let the family down in an unforgivable way. As I stepped out to face my end, another team was here. What if I could do the impossible? Bring back my family right out in the open? It was worth a try, because if I managed a reboot here, this match could still be won. As our enemies fought, the storm threatened to swallow us all. But I still had hope. A fool's hope. But that was all I needed. Raphael was back, and the red demon car turned all its focus on me. A fate I surely deserved. Hopefully I could buy my brother some time to get away to safety. But brothers being brothers, he refused to leave me to my doom and let out one last heroic war cry before being cut down. Left to perish in the storm. I was alone now, still 2 other teams to fight. What had I done? I cost us this game with my need for speed, my inability to look around and keep the family together. All I had now was a DMR and some high ground, but maybe, just maybe, I could pull this off. My opponents were locked in battle with each other and had not yet noticed me, but it wouldn't be long before I would demand their attention. Now it was just me versus a team of 2. My aim had to be true. Okay, it was partially true. Now was my chance. No way would I let them revive that knock. I leapt in for the kill. But the storm moved and took care of business for me. Now we were 1v1 and the final player had rightly gone for the high ground. There was only one chance left for victory, a super high risk, all or nothing, all out attack. So I took it. With mouthfuls of Doritos and bellies full of Mountain Dew, we celebrated our victory before remembering that at our age, heartburn can lead to hospital. But all that back pain from sitting staring at a screen was worth it, and this chaotic season of Fortnite was more fun than I thought it would be. If you enjoyed the video, I don't care.